Hello everybody, this is Crevo, and I am one of the owners of NFL Lounge, and today I will be telling you good offensive players to draft for Fantasy Draft on Madden 12. Alright, so I will be talking about the new updated roster as of February 8th, 2012, and to get that, you go to NFL Online, and you go down to Rosters and Tuning, and you click, where is it at, Download Roster or Download Tuner, and that will give you the updated player ratings. So I will be using that today. Okay, starting off quarterbacks. Now, I must say I am biased toward the Lions because I am a Lions fan because I grew up around them, so that's my favorite team. So I'll try not to be biased toward them, but it might happen. So for quarterbacks, I am going to have to recommend Matthew Stafford. I'm not being biased or anything. He's actually pretty good in Madden. I tend to stay away from old people because I like to have a future team. I don't like to have a guy retire in a little while. So Matthew Stafford is 22 years old and he is very good in Madden. You can't go wrong with Aaron Rodgers either. He's 27.99. I generally won't pick him because I'm not really a Packer fan either, so I tend not to pick him, but he is good, I'll admit it. Eli Manning shouldn't be rated at 95. I think he's only that because he made it to the Super Bowl. So that's pretty much it for quarterbacks. If you want to go down a little bit into like the 70s, there's a few good quarterbacks. I know, what's his name? Crap, I can't find him. Yeah, I don't remember who I was going to talk about, but there's a few good quarterbacks down there that are young. If you forget to take one, running backs, I don't like Adrian Peterson. Actually, he's not that good. His stats are good, but maybe it's just me. I can't run with him. Jones-Drew for me isn't good. I tend to go for Ray Rice. He's 91 speed, but it seems like it's a 99 when you're running with him. He's very fast, and he can truck, and he just seems to be really elusive. Jamal Charles, not really. McCoy, he's young. He's very young. I don't really pick him. I don't know why. But, yeah, I don't really pick him. He's not that good when I run with him. Michael Turner, I played with him like once. He could truck like a boss. He's just kind of old and he's slow. So if you're a trucker, I guess him. Now, Matt Forte, I think, in my opinion, is one of the best running backs in the game because he has a mixture of trucking and speed. And he can catch really good, too. He has like everything. So if you want an all-around back, he's yours. And Darren McFadden's also good. Marshawn Lynch is great, too. Now, if you go down a little bit down the list, Ben Tate is also very good. He can't break tackles that well, but he's a good all-around back if you don't take one in the earlier rounds. Same with the Garrett Blount. He's very good too. He's trucks. Some people say he's not good in Madden, but I personally have good games with him. Who else is good down there? That's about it for all of I've gone down. I never really taken a running back any lower than that, so. Fullbacks, it's pretty straightforward. You kind of want to scroll over to the run blocking and pass blocking, mostly run blocking, and whoever has the best right there, you pretty much want to take them, regardless of age, because you could easily draft a fullback or switch a running back to it, or possibly even a tight end. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And then receivers, Calvin Johnson, he's always a good pick, of course. Young, he's rated 98. His catching and jumping is like great, too. Most of the better receivers in the league are getting old, and they're not like a franchise player. Like Larry Fitzgerald, you can get away with. He's 28. He'll be with you for like another 7, 8 years maybe. Andre Johnson, no, I don't pick him. I don't pick Roddy White. Greg Jennings, not really. He's kind of short. Not Wes Welker. Hakeem Nicks is a good pick. He's a good all-around. Kenny Britt's good. There's a lot of good receivers. Stevie Johnson, Mike Wallace. Victor Cruz is good. And then there's Deshaun Jackson. He's 100 speed. If you have a good quarterback with deep throw accuracy and you throw deep to him all the time, he will beat the coverage every time and you'll get a touchdown. So if you're late in a game and you need to come back, just throw it deep to him. It'll give you a touchdown every time. Your quarterback has to have good accuracy because he has 100 speed and it's unstoppable. Julio Jones and A.J. Green are also very good. They're rookies. They're going to go up to 90s in like their first year in your franchise if they don't get hurt. Des Bryant, I know I drafted him one year. The next year he's like a 93. He's great too. A very good first receiver. Laurent Robinson tends to be bad in Madden. I would stay away from him. He's not good at all. Antonio Brown's a good kick returner. If you would like to have a kick returner, that's good. Um, and now, once again, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but if you go down all the way to his 74s, Titus Young is there. He goes up after like 2 years to like an 86, and he's great. Also at a 84, there's Andre Roberts. I heard good things from him from my friends, saying he's a 74 too, and he goes up a lot. 1 year pro, he's good. And if you go back up to, I think he's rated a 79. Yeah, 79. Torrey Smith. He's on the Ravens. He is very good too. He's a rookie. Yeah, he goes up in the 90s after 2 years. He's very good too. Tight ends. Obviously Gronkowski's good. Nothing much you could say about him. 98, 22 years old. Every one of his stats is good. I drafted Vernon Davis sometimes. He's okay. He's okay. He's a solid player. Antonio Gates, I don't really draft anymore. He's kind of old. And like I said, I want to have a young franchise team, so I tend not to draft him. Same with Jason Witten. He's 29. He's not as old, but I just like to stay with young guys like Jimmy Graham. He's also very good at a 95. Jermichael Finley's 24, but I don't pick him for some reason. He's not that good in Madden. Aaron Hernandez is usually who I end up taking because I don't take tight ends that much in the higher rounds, so Aaron Hernandez at 88, 21 years old is usually who I take. For some reason, I don't like him, but I take him all the time because he's good in Madden. There's something about him I just don't like. But if you go down to other people, Jermaine Gresham is also very good. He goes up to 90s. Jake Ballard, I never picked him, but I think he's good. Yeah, I think that's about it for tight ends. And now left tackles, or just tackles in general. Joe Thomas, very good. Jake Long, good. Actually, age, I don't really care much for offensive line because they tend to stay in the league longer. So I don't really care about an offensive line age because as long as they can block good, that's okay for me. So there's some people I don't go for because they go down a lot. Like Michael Ruse, he tends to get hurt a lot and goes down. Same with Ryan Clady. He doesn't get hurt. He just goes down. So there's a lot of guys you got to look out for. They might go down. Guards, like I said, they're all pretty good. Mike Upati, I think that's how you say his name. He is probably the best guard. So, he's 24 years old. He's already a 90. He'll go up to like a 96 the next year. He's great. That's my word for him. Great. And then centers, generally I end up with Mike Pouncey. Marcus Pouncey, not Mike Pouncey, my bad. Marcus Pouncey, 22 years old, 86. He'll go up to like a 96 after a few years in the league. He'll be a great offensive lineman. But Alex Mack is also really good. So is Ryan Khalil and Nick Mangold, of course. They're all good. And all the centers are actually pretty good. Some of them are just old, really old. So that's about it. Can't forget about kickers and punters, though. Janikowski, very good pick. He has like a 99 kick power, I believe. He'll kick it as far as you want. Yeah, that's about it. Kicker, whatever you want, really. Same with punter. I tend to go with Robbie Gould for my kicker and Andy Lee as my punter because they're young. I wouldn't mind going with Shane Leckler. He's just 35. You only got like a few years, 5 years at the most out of him, I would think. I never really picked him for that long. So, yeah, that's just offensive players in Madden 12 to draft. And don't forget, if you do pick Matt Stafford, raise his injury up. Turn on the edit stat in your options and go and edit Matthew Stafford's injury because he has like a 60-something injury, and he will get hurt. So, yeah, just make sure you do that. And, yeah, happy drafting.